Hey, Trina Weaves here with your weekly-ish update on what's happening in Pokemon Go. Now, I realize this is mainly a tutorial channel, and Pokemon Go has just launched a massive feature in the Pokemon Battle League, which I have barely mentioned at all. Those of you who've been watching for a while will know that I barely play PvP at all. So I want to make sure I know what I'm doing before I try and put out a tutorial video. Hopefully I'll be able to get something up next week. The main thing you'll need to know if you're primarily a collector like me is that you can get Scraggy from doing the Go Battle League encounters. And the way you do that is you do some battles, you get an encounter. The first encounter is guaranteed to be a Snorlax, so pick that up and then keep battling until you get to rank 4. Pick up that encounter and that should be a guaranteed Scraggy. If, however, you go straight to rank 4 and try and pick up your encounter, it's gonna be a Snorlax. So pick up the Snorlax first, then get your Scraggy, then you're done. You never have to worry about Battle League again, unless they change the rewards. The next thing we have coming up is Minccino Day, and this was announced a while back, but the actual day itself is this Sunday, so I'm gonna remind you about it now. It's actually Minccino Limited Research Reward Weekend, and that means on Sunday from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, field research tasks from Pokestops will give you Minccino. I presume it'll be like the Feebas and Clamperl research days, so it's just like walk around, do as many stops as you can, get loads and loads and loads of them, and if you're lucky, you might get a shiny. So of course I have to do it. Unless it's like the Feebas day we had before, where Nick and I did over 100 research tasks and got over 100 Feebas, and Nick still didn't get a shiny. But Clamperl day was better and we got loads, so maybe it'll be more like that. The other thing is that while previous research days have had quite lengthy things to complete, if we go by what's been data mined, then the tasks of Minccino Day should be quite easy. I'll put up a list on the screen here, and it's things like make a certain number of nice throws, make some nice throws in a row, use 3 berries for Pokemon, catch a normal type, catch a Patrat, Bidoof, Pikachu, Plusle, Minun, Rattata, or Sentret. So they're all quite common. Okay, make a number of great throws in a row can be tricky, but frankly, just throw away the tasks you don't need. Always remember, if you don't like the task, you can press the little bin in the top right corner of the task and just throw it away. Pick up the easy ones. I will probably just instantly throw away the use a super effective charged move in a gym battle ones, because that is going to take up time that could be spent walking around doing other stuff. In that time, there will also be many rat Pokemon featured, hence the quests. And they will be Rattata, Raticate, Pikachu, Sandshrew, Nidoran male and female, Sentret, Marill, Zigzagoon, Plusle, Minun, Bidoof, and Patrat. Of those, only 2 of them cannot be shiny in the wild, and those are Marill, which technically has a shiny form, but you have to hatch the baby, and Bidoof. Still no shiny for Bidoof, but on the other hand, shiny Bidoof looks almost exactly the same as normal Bidoof, so probably wouldn't notice anyway. Minccino will also be available in 5k eggs from the start of the event and beyond, so when the event's over you'll still be able to get Minccino in 5k eggs. Niantic have also just released a giant post of all the February events, and I hope you didn't have plans for the next 3 weekends because they are releasing a shiny every weekend. So, in order of importance as defined by me, the most important thing to learn from this blog post is that Tornadus will be the next Tier 5 raid boss. That starts Tuesday 4th February at 9 PM GMT, 1 PM PST, and will run until 25th February, again 9 PM GMT, 1 PM PST. Tornadus is a flying type, so it will be weak to electric, ice, and rock types. I've had a quick look, and the Pokemon that are probably the best ones to try and use against it are Tyranitar with rock moves, Terrakion with rock moves, Magnezone with electric, Raikou with electric, Rampardos with rock, Zapdos with electric, or Rhyperior with rock. Most of those aren't legendary, so hopefully you'll have at least a few of them powered up to level 30. Even the ones like Raikou that aren't legendary, they've been available in the 7-day research breakthroughs for quite a while now, so hopefully you've got at least one of those. And speaking of 7-day research breakthroughs, these are changing as well. No more Lapras from Saturday 1st February 9 PM GMT. Instead you will get Woobat with, they're calling it bonus candy, so I guess you get 6 for a catch instead of 3, maybe more. They have decided that Woobat will be the research breakthrough for February because it has a heart-shaped nose. Aww. The second of our new shiny weekends will be Sinnoh weekend. That runs from 8 AM Friday 7th February to 10 PM Monday 10th February in your local time. and they will be releasing shiny Riolu and shiny Hippopotas. And of course, since Hippopotas has male and female forms, that is 3 more shinies to get. And their evolutions. The announcement is vague as to what Sinnoh Pokemon will be featured in the wild, but there definitely will be some. In 7K eggs, that's where they've told us that. 7K eggs will have Sinnoh Pokemon including Budyu, Combi, Bronzor, Gible, Riolu, Hippopotas, and Mantike. So as far as shiny forms go, that's Budyu, Bronzor, Gible, Riolu, and Hippopotas. And as so many people are saying and have been saying for ages, Gible is so rare, so this is probably your best chance to get a Gible. Time to buy those super incubators. There will also be event field research themed around this event, and they haven't told us what those will give. Maybe more Gible. The third of our new shiny weekends will be the Valentine celebration. This runs again 8 AM on Friday to 10 PM on Monday, 14th to 17th February. And for your new shinies, you will be able to hatch shiny Happiny or catch shiny Chansey in the wild. So of course, that opens the path to having a shiny Blissey. They've said that pink Pokemon will be featured in the wild, raids, eggs, and research. New Pokemon, Odino and Alomomola, will be rare encounters also in the wild. And regular lure modules will last 6 hours, so find yourself a nice place to sit with a bunch of Pokestops and pile those on, and you will get double catch candy. During that weekend, 15th February, 2 to 5 PM, will also be LICKITUNG Raid Day. Again, if that's like the previous raid days, every gym, or almost every gym, will spawn a raid with the featured Pokemon. In this case, it'll be a 4-star raid, and it will have Lickitung, and Lickitung could also be shiny. During that time, you will also be able to get up to 5 free raid passes. The following weekend, 8 AM, Friday 21st to 10 PM, Monday 24th, there is no new shiny announced, but there is a friendship event. So friendship levels will increase faster, we get double trade candy, half trade Stardust cost, so if you want to get rid of those legendaries, now's the time. You can open up to 40 gifts per day, and you can carry up to 20 gifts at a time, which is always nice, because trying to give out gifts when you're on the go, I don't know about your area, but most of England, it's very annoying because the signal is not great. So it's so good to have 20 gifts and then just sit down and give them out. Niantic are also trying out 2 new features, and that's going to happen this week. On Tuesday will be Pokemon Spotlight Hour from 6 PM to 7 PM. And that will feature a mystery Pokemon. I don't know if this is going to become a weekly thing like Raid Hour, but it's interesting. Unless it's like Venonat. Basically anything that's not a shiny form, I don't care, unless it's Gible. No, Gible has a shiny form. Yeah, anything without a shiny form, I will not be impressed. The other new feature they're going to try out will be this Thursday, 6th February, again 6 to 7 PM local time, and that is called Mystery Bonus Hour. They haven't told us what it'll be, but based on the bonuses we normally get, it could be something like reduced hatch distance, it could be bonus catch XP, Stardust, maybe long-lasting lures, trade candy, all those things that you normally see at events or community days. So I guess that will be up to the New Zealand community to report back. And the last thing from this giant blog post, which was actually the first thing in the blog post, but the thing I'm least interested in, Giovanni will have Shadow Raikou. So if you go through all your Team Rocket battles and your special research, face Giovanni, you might get a Shadow Raikou. I gotta say, I only finished my first round of Rocket research last week, because it's just so much hassle. But I really wanted a Shadow Moltres because, you know, Team Valor, gotta get the bird, gotta save that bird, and by save that bird, I mean keep it as a shadow because it looks cooler even though clearly it's being tortured. But at least it's being tortured in my pocket now instead of Team Rocket's. So that is all the shinies that are coming up in February, maybe. Who knows, there might be some secret releases. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!